If your ex broke up with you and they told you that they lost themselves in the relationship, watch this video. I'm Benny Licton Wallner. I help people get their exes back. And if your ex has said this to you, they probably also said some other things like, I need to work on myself, by myself. I need to go find myself, blah, blah, blah. These sort of vague, like nebulous statements that don't have anything to do with specifics about why they're breaking up with you. And you might internalize this as some kind of rejection, or you're just not good enough somehow, or it's not really going to make sense. And they're not going to give you great answers. And if you ask them, they're not really going to explain things beyond this. Oh, we're just incompatible. We're two different people. That's them avoiding conflict like the plague. There's real reasons behind, why they're wanting to pull away. The main reason why they're pulling away is that they did lose themselves, if they've said this to you. Now, how can that be? They might not have even been the one giving that much in the relationship. Well, the bottom line is when you don't approach conflict with other people, and when you have this people please sort of go with the flow attitude, which you might not have been able to detect, you might have just thought that they were just happy going with the flow. But when you're living your life in this way, it's unsustainable from a stress perspective. And ultimately, you're going to start feeling like you don't have any space for yourself. You're just giving to other people, and you're going to spread yourself thin. And that's exactly what's happening with your ex. So you don't know this because they don't tell you what bothers them. They don't come to you expressing their needs or their boundaries. And so ultimately, they're getting violated, not because you're a bad person. You were probably a great partner, okay? But the point is that you can't fix this thing that they're not even showing you that needs to be fixed. So when they break up with you like this, you have no recourse in terms of changing their mind or whatever, because they've already made their minds up ahead of time. Again, they weren't coming to you to talk things out. They just kind of let the problem stack up, and then it gets to a certain point, they're like, oh, I guess, we can't do this anymore. So they run away. Now, an ex like this really can learn how to communicate in their relationships and speak up for what they need. They're going to need to go into therapy and learn communication skills, learn how to understand their emotions and express them. And this isn't something you're going to be able to get them to do, in the time apart. This is something that's going to have to be done after you've raised attraction with them and pulled them in, and you can leverage that influence that you now have on them through the attraction that you built to get them to go into counseling and start working on this thing. And if you want my help with this process, click into my profile. There's a link right here. When you click this, my calendar will come up, and then we can schedule a call. And also, you can tell me your story, and I'll give you a step-by-step plan that's catered to you to get your ex back.